what I want to do is I want to have a pattern that is 10 inches wide. And then on this side, 7.5 inches. Again, on this side, I'm going to have 10 inches. And then on this side, I'll just join this. So at this point, I have 10 inches here, and here I have 7.5 inches. So this is 2 inches here. At the bottom too, I'm going to mark another 2 inches. Then on this side, I'm going to do the same thing, 2 inches. At the other end, 2 inches. On this side, the same thing, 2 inches. On this other end, 2 inches. At this point, 2 inches, and at this point, 2 inches. So what I want to do now is I'm going to just join the dotted points together. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut out. And we have our pattern ready. I'm going to just cut out two pieces just like the pattern. So I'm just going to cut this out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the right sides together. This is the wrong side. It's actually a two-sided fabric, so it's hard to tell, but this is the wrong side and this is the wrong side. So I'm putting the right sides together and I'm just going to sew round on the wrong side. Now I'm going to sew from the edge, this slant edge, to this line and to this slant edge, then I'll stop. I'm not going to stitch along these lines. I'm going to come again and stitch this slant edge to this straight line and this slant edge, and I'm going to stop here. So everywhere is going to be stitched except for these two straight edges on the side. And I'm going to be using a needle and thread because this is a no sewing machine project. So I'm done stitching this side, guys. So I'm just going to flip it onto the other side and I'm going to stitch. So again, I'm going to leave this part and I'm going to start at the slant. So what I'm going to do right now is just turn it inside out. have it looking like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my iron and I'm going to just iron it so that it looks really nice and flat. So I'm back from ironing and this is what it looks like. So I don't want to leave my mask like this. I feel like it's too light, so I want to put an interfacing inside of it. So what I'm going to do is just try to cut out just one layer will do. Okay guys, so I've cut this fusible interfacing, and because I cut it the same size as my fabric and I want to slide it in, so I need to reduce it slightly so that it's going to go in comfortably, because I don't want it to be thick at these edges, because this is where I'm going to be doing my finishing and my elastic. I'm just going to take off about 1/2 inch at that side for me to sew easily when I'm putting my elastic. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to slide this into and try to pull it out from the other side. Now guys, I'm back from ironing and you would see that because of the gum, it's quite it's stuck to the fabric, and we're going to be doing some stitching that is going to secure it, so I'm not worried that when I wash it it's going to shift inside. So where the slant ends, I'm going to fold it like this on this side, and I'm going to make a stitch across. So I'm folding it like this and I'm going to start stitching. It would take more time if I wanted to do tiny stitches, and this would work for the sake of the tutorial. So for you, you could use a sewing machine, or you could make small running stitches or back stitches, whatever you would like. So I'm done with this part. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to also fold this edge, this side at the end of the slant. I'm going to fold it this way and do the same thing by making stitches across that way. This is what we have. We have this looking like this. So what we're going to do is take the first side and flip this away so it meets this point like this. Hold it with our safety pin on the two ends just to keep that in place. The other side too, we're going to flip it this way and we're going to hold it at the two ends in place with our safety pin. So I have my elastic, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 11 inches and I'm going to just fold it like this and cut two 11-inch strands or strings of elastic. So I've cut both of my elastic 11 inches long. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to tie knots very close to the edge of the elastic. I'm going to cut off the excess. You don't have to, but I'm just going to do that so it's not bulky. So right now I have my elastic. Now what you want to do is put your elastic on one side and then just fold it. It doesn't even have to be, we can always pull the knot inside, so you can just put it at the smooth side so it's easy for you. And we're just going to fold it once and the second time. So once we have it like this, what we want to do is sew here. So guys, I finished hemming both sides. Now for the elastic, you can see the tight part is still outside, so I'm just going to pull it in by drawing it like this. And so you can see that right now the tight part is no longer showing. So guys, I'm back from giving it the final press, and this is what it looks like. So basically this is my 3D mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just open it up like this. I'm going to iron it again and show you what it looks like. So guys, this is what my 3D face mask looks like.